It's not easy moving to Norway. Even for a Norwegian, I've been out of the country for 8 years now, and moving back is a struggle. First, you have to register in the national registry. For me, this took almost 6 months. First, they declined my application for moving to Norway because they figured that I could register moving to Norway when I brought my family over. Well, I complained about that because even though I have a lovely family in another country, my application for moving to Norway was for me only, and they should look at it only or process it as the application stated for me. So after the complaint, they finally registered me as a resident of Norway again. So in Norway, if you come to Norway, the first thing you will see is that you hardly need cash. Everything is you pay basically with your card, and that's I guess a good thing. Except we've been living in the Philippines for the last 6 years, and you're used to a cash society. So after being stuck on a plane for God knows how many hours, I was a little bit dehydrated. So I went to the kiosk, the local 7-Eleven in the airport, to buy myself a soft drink with cash. And they didn't accept cash. In an international airport, they don't accept cash. What the? So normally I don't have a problem with paying by card in the Philippines. I have Metrobank and BPI, and it works fine. However, when you use BPI card and Metrobank card outside the Philippines, it doesn't always work. So I struggled a little bit. I have 5 different Filipino cards. One worked, and I got my soda. The next thing, when you finally get your registration done, you need bank ID. Bank ID is a digital ID card, I guess. This is needed in Norway to, for example, open up a mobile subscription. If you're going to rent an apartment, you do it by signing a digital lease agreement. If you want to play lotto, you have to have a bank ID. And the only ones that issue the bank IDs are the banks. So, in order to get a bank ID, you need a bank account. And usually you do that online by signing up with a bank ID. I didn't have a bank ID, of course, so I did a little bit of search, and I found a few banks that actually does allow you to sign up for a bank account without a bank ID. They will send you a registered letter in the mail, and you have to go to the post office and show your passport, and that is enough or sufficient for them to open up the bank account. So you have ID'd yourself to an official, the post office now is like post in store, in the grocery store. So you just go down, show your passport, they take a copy, and job done. So the other bank, that was the bank called Landkredit. And the other bank, I had to go into town and actually sign and show my passport, and they took a copy. And after a week or a couple of weeks, they sent me Visa cards. So I officially have bank accounts. Now, since you have a bank account, then they will, then you are a customer of the bank, and they will issue the bank ID. So I called up one of the banks, and they said, well, you have to show that you are using our bank as your main bank in order to get the bank ID. My main bank was still in the Philippines, so I couldn't really do that, and I don't really want to lie to these people all the time. So I let that go, and I sent a mail to the other bank, Landkredit, and I said, I have a bank account with your bank. Can you please issue me a bank ID? And their reply was, please call us and we'll sort you out. I called them. Within seconds, they had sent me a one-time OTP on the mobile, and I got a entrance, a ticket, access to bank ID. So now I have bank ID. And that was what, last week or something. So the first thing I did was, of course, play Lotto and play a few other games. So fingers crossed, I might be a millionaire by tomorrow or Wednesday. Then, because I have bank ID, I could also get in touch with my doctor. You automatically have a doctor assigned to you when you are a resident of Norway. It's like your general physician, and you will visit them in order to have them, for example, if you need a specialist for your ears or your foot or whatever, you will go to your doctor, and they will recommend or do whatever, send you to the specialist. So I haven't had a full checkup for about a year, so I ordered myself a doctor's appointment. I'm going there the day after tomorrow. And as a Norwegian citizen, we are part of the economic partnership with EU, and that means that if I travel to one of the EU countries or Switzerland, I can rely on their health service, but you need a card, and to get that card, to show that you're a citizen of or a resident of the EU community, you need to apply for the card with your bank ID. So today I got my Helfo card, and this, when I travel, I'll bring, and it shows them that, yeah, I am part of the health collaboration or partnership of EU. So what else? Now, next up, is, of course, struggling with getting a permanent residency for my partner, Super. And I will start on that, or I have actually started on that process now. It's a lot of documentation. She has to apply from the Philippines, but I will help gathering all the information that she needs. And of course, it's quite a large application fee for that one, so we'll have to get that sorted as well. But if we can get the application in maybe within a couple of months. We don't live in Manila now, so I think the only places you can actually go and deliver your visa application or family reunion application or whatever it's called, it's either in Manila or Cebu. We don't live in any of those places anymore, so we have to gather as much as information as possible. Elle is probably going to take a trip to Manila within a couple of months to sort out and renew the girl's Norwegian passport at Norwegian embassy. So she will put in her family reunion application in Makati after being maybe going by the barangay where we used to live in Pasay to get the confirmation that we have actually lived there for 4 years. And that's also a documentation that you need to show that the Norwegian citizen that you are applying family reunion with has some kind of relation with you. You can't just move to Norway for any old reason, except if you have a shitload of money or if you are a specialist of some kind. So we need to sort that out. I called UDI today, and I asked them what kind of documentation, because if you rent an apartment in any foreign country, usually you don't have the electrical bill, or many times you don't have the electrical bill in your name. You don't have the lease you only have the lease of the house or the apartment you rent in one name. We don't have any common bills, electrical bills or water bill or any of those things in both our names. Well, when I come to think of it, I do have Globe in both our names. The same. We have two different numbers. We have postpaid subscription, and that is in her name and in my name, but I'm the main, I don't know, subscriber or whatever. And there we have both names, but we only had that for maybe 2 years. Well, we'll see. Documentation shouldn't be a problem anyway. Maybe the thing is to go to the barangay and have them issue a statement, because they certainly knew that I lived in Pasay. As much as I complained about their loud religious music playing in the speakers all over the barangay, and I'm an old grumpy guy, so I complain a lot. So that's what we're working on now, and we'll post a update as soon as we get a results, or we get any further with El and Ta moving to Norway. Yay! Woo! 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 Crazy.